Chantel Bateman, Iraq Veterans Against the War. I just found out when you found out that I was speaking. So forgive me if I don't have anything righteous to say. I'm not usually good at this sort of a thing, riling up crowds. I just know what I am doing as an organizer and what IVAW is doing organizing, so maybe I should tell you a little bit about that.
Hello.
I am a troop suffering from trauma, specifically post-traumatic stress disorder. I am one of the people who recently was diagnosed by the Veteran Affairs Administration, which is just across the street, that away. Go knock on their door sometime. But of all the veterans who have been diagnosed with PTSD, only 51% of those veterans are receiving benefits. Additionally, veterans who are suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder, traumatic brain injury, and military sexual trauma are still being deployed. So we're talking about people who are on medications to sleep, people who are on medications to wake up, and we're putting guns in these people's hands and asking them to go kill in the name of money. And this is what we're asking of our troops. And what Iraq Veterans Against the War is doing is we're organizing veterans and service members to come together to demand that we stop being deployed to these places. And most of all, that we stop being deployed to these places under these conditions. We're asking as veterans and service members, because we have firsthand experience of the atrocity of war, that you listen to us as a White House, listen to us as a Veteran Affairs Administration, and hear the stories that we have to tell you. And then we say that this is enough. That this is enough deployments, 5, 6 rotations under medication, without support, without service, when we return home.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Maggie Zhu. Maggie is with the Massachusetts Coalition for Healthy Communities, a committee for the secure green future.
Hi. I'm not a great spontaneous orator either, but I prepared this. I'm also with the Green Party and Climate SOS, which is a nonprofit organization. So, brothers and sisters, we're here today because we're angry at the multitude of problems that our government is responsible for. The many ways the system has failed us, and we recognize the root causes of all these problems are the same, and therefore they require common solutions. Many of us here are peace activists. For 9 years, we've been trying to stop the ongoing U.S. wars for oil and for the expansion of the military-industrial complex. In fact, the wars in Iraq, Afghanistan, and Pakistan are epicenters of the larger war we're waging against Mother Earth and her children. It is where our death-dealing empire bombs the planet, drill her, bleed her for oil, poison her with radioactivity, and rape her out of the life she had. The innocent lives of men, women, and children, and the fertile soils that once was the food basket of the Middle East. But there are many other epicenters in this larger war against Mother Earth. A massive hemorrhage was just inflicted in the Gulf of Mexico by one of the worst perpetrators in this war. The mountaintop removal coal mining has been denuding, defacing, and poisoning the beautiful mountain ranges and streams of Appalachia and the entire coal country. Hydraulic fracturing or hydrofracking for natural gas extraction has been poisoning our groundwater and consequently food production anywhere it touched, and it's taking over America with a vengeance. Looking around the globe, the gazillion mines where we humans extract the insides of Mother Earth and poison her outside with it, the many shopping malls and pavements and parking lots we built in place of her life-giving forests and grasslands, the many dams we built that chokes the life out of her ecosystems, the diversions of her rivers and streams and precious groundwater reservoirs for monoculture, chemical-laden farming operations, and now devastatingly, the crazed worldwide expansion of energy crops for biofuel, biomass, and biochar production. Even things we've come to take for granted, like the flushing of the toilet that dumps human waste along with our toxic chemicals into sewage that enters our rivers and eventually the ocean, instead of returning the vital nutrients back into the soil like nature has always done, like the many ancient civilizations have always done. These are all less visible epicenters of the war and and destruction we're waging against Mother Earth. As a consequence, our planet is drawing her last dying breath. Much of what we have done causes vicious cycles of self-amplification of their effects. The Arctic sea ice is pronounced to be on its death spiral, leaving dark ocean water to absorb more sunlight and heat up faster. The Arctic permafrost has already begun thawing, and it releasing massive amounts of methane, with an unimaginable quantity of frozen methane time bomb on the verge of being triggered for release. Warming causes drought, desertification, crop failures, biblical flooding, infestation, forest die-offs, and massive wildfires. It alters the pace of the seasons and causes mismatch of natural rhythms between flowering and pollinators, between predators and prey, between mating season and food availability for the offspring, threatening full-scale ecosystem failure. These are all positive feedbacks or vicious cycles that amplify global warming, ecosystem collapse, and planetary destruction. Civilization is literally at the eve of a total collapse, and such events are expected to be sudden and non-linear. Yet our species' collective wisdom is beholden by the greed of capitalist fundamentalism, which dictates an endless quest for profit, growth, exploitation, and domination. At the expense of the poor, the weak, the less aggressive, and indigenous, and nature itself worldwide. Even in the name of climate action, I should stop. Sorry. We'll post this speech on the Green Party's website. It's gp.org, and there are other Green Party members here will be distributing some flyers highlighting our vision. Thank you.